Hi guys, it's Emily from No Bum Novels and welcome to today's video. This is my August TBR. Now, I'm filming outside. You know I'm not great with the lighting. I'm hopefully getting a new phone in August, so I will be able to hopefully get some better. My camera might be a little bit better and everything, but yeah, this is what it is. It's a sunny day. This first sunny day in ages. I think it's like the 17th of July today. And it's the first day all week where I've been able to film outside and I am loving the sunshine. August is obviously summer holidays for the kids for the whole month. So I don't know whether I'll read more or whether I'll read less. Depends on how they do. Obviously at the start of the month we're actually away, and then I've got a week off at the end of the month. But we're just going to play it all by ear. I'm not going to get stressed. I'm hoping that I can read outside. I'm hoping that we actually get a summer. And yeah, I'm hoping we might do some like different things. I don't really know what August is going to bring with the school holidays. I know we're going off to try and get a new phone for me and Mia at some point. I know that I would like to be outside as much as possible. I know that obviously, like I said, we've got a holiday, but I don't know any other plans. So August is literally a bit of a hish-pish. My routines go out the window. I could go slightly crazy. Now, I'll show you the buddy reads I've got. I've got buddy reads. I'm not doing a big book. Technically my classic to reread is a bit of a big book, but I am reading about 4 or 5 pink books that I mentioned previously, obviously in another video when I was talking about Alice, that Alice used to tease me for my pink books. So I decided that what better in the last official summer month of August but to read pink books. So I've got 4 pink books. I may read more in the second half of the month. I may add more to it. I'm not doing it as an official like read along thing because in August I'm going to be mentioning about an Agatha Christie project I've got for Alice. So this is like an unofficial thing. But if anyone wants to join me and read pink books just as a laugh for Alice, then that would be funny. She used to regularly tease me about the fact that I would say certain books weren't pink because I never used to be a pink and girly girl. I'm not like that. And she reckoned I was, and we used to tease each other and she used to tease me about it. So that sometimes I'd buy a book that I would say was peach and she'd be like, no, it's pink. And she would always try and make me buy pink books when we were at the charity shops. So kind of my little jokey thing for Alice is I'm going to read some pink books to make me smile and think of when I think of her next month in August. If any of you want to join me, I'm not sure whether I'll do like a hashtag or anything, but you can just link my channel and say about pink books for Alice. But yeah, let's just sort of, let's remember our friend with a smile, because that's what I want to do. I don't want to think of her and get upset anymore. I want to think of her and smile, and that was one of the things she made me laugh about. So first things first, actually let's just do the TBR jar. I'm nervous. I liked my non-fiction book. I've had some successes and some not successes. So I am literally going to see what the TBR jar is going to bring today. I think that's the one I'm going for. Oh, okay, I think I've got one option. Yeah, I think this is one. Okay, so what is this? Madame Varova. Oh, I've got a short book, but it's a classic. It's not a pink book, which I was kind of hoping I'd get, but it's a short book. It is Madame Bovary by Augusta Flaubert. I got given this by the lovely Danny from Danny's Border Books, and yep, that's the one that the TBR jar's picked for me. It's a French classic, I believe, and it talks about, but it's a short book. The TBR jar's done well in the fact that it's a short book. It's a romantic heroine or middle-class neurotic, flawed wife and mother, or passionate protester against the conventions of the bourgeois society, simultaneously the subject of Flaubert's admiration, but the butt of his irony. Emma Bovary remains one of the enigmatic of fictional creations. It's less than 300 pages, but it's a classic, and it's a Wordsworth Classics. So it's got some pretty pictures. Could be good. I've had the TBR jar's done well in the fact that it's actually given me a short book. Wow, that never happens. I have got books. The thing is, that's probably the one that I was most nervous about. But now I know that for the rest of the year, I've got books that I'm really excited. I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know, but I know that the rest of the year, that was the only one I was nervous about, but it's a short one. So for the rest of the year, I've got books that I know that I'm really excited about, which could be good. let's think of the positives. Right, now let me show you the 2 buddy reads I've got. The first one is Neon Roses by Rachel Dawson. It is, I actually think this could be a pink book as well, and it's actually for, I'm buddy reading this with the lovely Angela from Reading Off My Shelf. It's like a historical fiction set in South Wales. It's in 1984 in South Wales. The miners' strike is ravaging her community, right? So Eloise Hughes is stuck. The miners' strike is ravaging her community, and her sister's fond off with a Thatcherite policeman, and her boyfriend Lloyd keeps bringing up marriage. And if they play the 99 Red Balloons on the radio one more time, she might just lose her mind. Then the fundraising group Lesbians and Gays Support the Miners comes to London, and she meets June, a snaggletooth blonde with 2 big leather jackets. Suddenly Eloise is not stuck anymore, she's in freefall. June's an artist and activist living a squat in Camden. With June, Eloise can be completely different. It's apparently a heartwarming and filthy queer coming of age story. Oh, and I got it from the Doodah, one of the bookshops, the Common Press bookshop, when we went on our last London trip. So actually that's quite cool, because it actually makes me think about this as well. And I love this. This is a postcard I got from there. You have some queer friends, Dorothy, she said. The queerness doesn't matter as long as they're friends. That was the answer. That looks really good. Really super excited about that. Then for the last in the Heroes of Olympus series, I'm dying. I'm drowning. That's maybe not the right joke, but you know, I'm trying to be light. Right. You guys know I'm loving the Heroes of Olympus series. Apparently I've now got to read the Sons of the Apollo series, Trials of Apollo series, and I've got to get 3 more books to read that series, because apparently Kat said before I can read my 2 new books that I've got that I got from Waterstones, and the pretty new books, we've got to read the Trials of Apollo series. And I was like, first of all I was saying to Kat, like, let's wait a year, let's wait until January. And then now I'm like, I can't wait any longer to carry on Rick Riordan. I'm loving Rick Riordan's writing. I may even read the original Percy Jackson series, reread it all over again at some point, because I'm just literally loving this series. So I'm actually heartbroken that it is ending, but at the same breath I need to know what happens. So this is the final battle, and the only thing scarier than the hungry demigod is a hungry Earth Mother. Despite surviving their many deadly battle quests, Percy, Jason, Annabeth and the rest of the crew are no closer to defeating Mother Gaia. Right, if you don't want to know any more spoilers, wait until I've sort of stopped. I'll hold this here. So if you don't want to know any more things about this series, but basically it's like, but they must be stopped before the Feast of Spades, when Gaia will sacrifice 2 demigods in Athens. She needs their blood, the blood of Olympus, in order to awaken. But how can a handful of young demigods hope to battle against Gaia's legend? It is flipping chunky book. This is like another Mahusid book, so technically it could be the big book somewhere, which I know I've not done hashtag for. I'm sorry, but I've just got a lot on my plate at the moment. It's nearly 500 pages. I think, no, it is exactly 500 pages. But I am so up for it. I'm literally going to read this as soon as I get back from holiday with Kat. We never go 50 pages a day. We always rush ahead, but I do not sodding care. It is a book series that I'm loving. I need this. Now to my next chunky book that I've got to read over 1 bloody month. What mad idea was this? How am I going to read this over 1 month? What have I done to myself? Anna Karenina. 800 page book in 1 month. This has got to be split up over the 4 weeks, I've decided. That's how I'm going to do it. I loved Anna. I did enjoy Anna Karenina the first time I read it. Didn't love it, but I did enjoy it. And I read it with my sister Charlie from Charlie Book Reads. And I remember the Count Vronsky. I remember it, and it's a pretty copy, because I swear Charlie got me this pretty copy. But am I going to love it as much on a reread? I didn't get on with the Count of Monte Cristo, and I read that over 2 months. And I've got to read this over 1 month. How the hell am I going to do this? I'm seriously scared. It's also the month where the kids are at home, and I won't be getting peace. Shoot. Wish me luck, guys. I'm going to need it. Then I have a book that I'm reading for Love Book Tour, so it's now a PR product. I'm reading this towards the end of the month. I don't know exactly, can't remember exactly when. It's by an independent author, so we always support independent authors. It's Hold Me by Helen C. Kelly. It's Oh, I think this has got disability rep, which is why I signed up for the read along. Dawn had lived in Green Grove all her life. Love had never been a priority. She had plenty of time for it, especially after watching her twin sister Debbie fall in love and have her heart shattered. Why would you put yourself through that? Over the last few years, Dawn has suffered from ill health. Being diagnosed was a double-edged sword, so I'm wondering whether it's chronic pain rep or what rep it is. But now she feels, being diagnosed with a double-edged sword, and now they knew what was wrong with her, but now she feels useless. All the things she put on hold may not happen now. Falling in love, having children is no longer a possibility. Falling in love, having children is no longer a possibility that you would want to stick around for her now. This could be interesting, but it could also break my heart. It's a short but sweet book. Oh, it's got fibro. It's fibromyalgia, so that is definitely one I'm like almost. I don't have fibro, as you well know, but I have nerve-related conditions for my arm, my knee. So I do have connections for that. So this is kind of own voices, and it's less than 300 pages. So it's actually one I'm really looking forward to reading. Very much so. It's not often that I say I'm really excited, but yeah, I am. Then I've got a book that is in honour of Alice. It's not a pink book, but it's in honour of her. And that is a book that she gave me, I think. And that's Dewey, the small town library cat who ruled the world. I'm pretty sure she got over this to me, but I can't remember. And it's only 300 pages. Obviously, Alice had Harry. I've got Swoop, who's around somewhere. Swoop's over in the garden somewhere. After the coldest morning of the year, Vicky Myron found a tiny bedraggled kitten almost frozen to death in the night drop box of the library where she worked. And it's set in America. In the town of Spencer, Iowa, will never be the same. Dewey, as the townsperson named the kitten, quickly grew into a strutting, adorable little library cat whose antics kept the patrons in stitches. Another project I'm going to be doing this year is to read a lot more books about cats, partly connected to Alice and partly connected to Jack from Spread Book Joy and myself, because we've all got cats and we're all cat lovers. So I'm going to try and read a few more cat non-fiction books. So this is the first of that. Like, just little things I'm trying to do to make me smile. You know, it is who I am. And then the first of the 4 pink books is a book that was on my summer books to read anyway, and this is It Could Be Everything by Eva Rice. This book was out last year, and I think there was a tandem read along I didn't get part of. Historical fiction set in 1990. How the flip does that work out? I'm refusing to be old. It's 1990. Happy Mondays are in the charts, and 15-year-old called Kate Moss is suddenly everywhere, and Diana is still married to Charles. Beverly Kingdom is a reclusive 19-year-old knocked sideways by family tragedy. One evening she finds herself in an escaped canary within a kitchen, and it sparks a glimmer of hope in her. With the help of a bird called Yellow, Feb starts to feel her way out of a private darkness and into the heat of the summer. Perfect summer book. Pink, brilliant, just what I needed. Then to the book that I know that Katie was reading for her historical fiction book club, and one that I could have read for Jane Austen July, but I like the pink copy. I've actually got 2 copies of this book because I accidentally bought it in hardback. And this is the first in the series. It's The Lady's Guide to Fortune Hunting. I know that the lovely Charlotte from Coiny Reads absolutely loved this. I think Katie's reading it at the moment and loved it. Kitty Talbot needs a fortune. She's got 12 weeks to find a rich husband and save her sisters. She must use every ounce of her cunning and ingenuity she possesses to climb London society if she's to succeed. The only person she can't fool is Lord Radcliffe, who sees straight through her plans and is determined to stop her at any cost. This is not a day to lose, and no one, not even the Lord, will stand in her way. Pink book, not too long. It's 340 odd pages. I always tell you page numbers, but it looks fun, so I'm looking forward to it. Into another book that's on my summer books, and this is pink book. This is Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. This has had mixed reviews because I know that the lovely Cat from Brews and Reviews didn't love it, but other people have loved it, so it's had very, very mixed reviews on YouTube. It's a YA book by Ali Hazelwood, so it isn't her normal style. I know that Bride by Ali Hazelwood, another new one, is like a fantasy thing. So Ali Hazelwood is obviously trying different things. I got given this for Christmas, I believe. I think it was Christmas. And it is obviously it's a YA romance. Melody Greenleaf is done with chess. Every move counts there nowadays. After the sport led to the destruction of her family, 4 years earlier. Mallory's focus is on her mum, her sisters, and the dead-end job that keeps the light on. That is until she begrudgingly agrees to play one last charity tournament, and then inadvertently wipes the board with the notorious King's Killer, Nolan Sawyer, the current world champion and reigning bad boy of the class. This does look fun. It looks like a summary kind of pinky book. I don't know much about it, not too long, love it, looking forward to it. And I'm sorry about the noisy bird. We have a series of birds that are in our trees at the moment, and they're very, very noisy. So the next one is another short but sweet book. I am trying to be gentle on myself because I know that with Anna Karenina I need to be gentle on myself. So I've picked a lot of our shorter books. But this is another pink book. This is Before We Say Goodbye by Tojiga Kawiji. Yeah, I can't say that. It's that I bought it in hardback when I should have really waited for the paperback version because I just loved how pink and beautiful this was. And now I'm going to have to get the next one. This is the only one that I have in hardback. But look at it. Look at how pink it is. And the actual hardback, the naked hardback's pink, and it's just stunning. It may well destroy me because it is obviously short stories. And it's about many different patrons. So we've got, who have we got in this one? It's the fourth in the series. And it's got the relationship map of people. It's got the so this has got the husband, the farewell, the proposal, and the daughter. The first book in the series broke me, and all of them have. They have broken me literally into 2 million pieces. But I know that I love them. It's less than 200 pages, so it is one that I could fly through. But it's also one that I know that's going to shatter me into 1 million pieces. So wish me luck, guys. That's the end of the pink books. Now for some other books that I've chosen. I don't know much about all of them. I'm going to try because my stand that I normally put my phones on is still wet from the rain. So the first one is a YA book that I bought for like 20 odd p, but I swear it had really good reviews. And this is, I think it's like a YA book. Not cool enough, not clever enough, not street enough for anyone to notice me. I was a kid people looked straight through. Not anymore, not since Mr. Orange. It won the Waterstones Children's Book Prize for 2017 for older fiction. And it's about 16-year-old Marlon has made his mum a promise. He'll never follow his big brother Andre down the wrong path. So far it's been easy, but when a date ends in tragedy, Marlon finds himself hunted. It is a big book, but it's YA, so the typesetting's quite big, but it's like 400 odd pages. I don't know how I'm going to do with it. I'm going to give this a go. Then to a book that I'm taking on holiday with me because I want to start the month with it, and that is The Summer Skies by Jenny Colgan. It has connections to my dad in the fact that it's about an aeroplane, and it would have been my dad's birthday on the 1st of August. So yeah, try not to get choked up. Born into a family of successful pilots, Morag is used to flying high, but when a tragedy accident grounds her, what could her future be suddenly out of her reach? Morag received a call to say that her beloved grandfather has fallen ill, and she leaves the fast-paced life of London to return home to a tranquil Scottish Highlands. With her grandfather out of action, Morag has no choice but to take over flying the local route of a rickety old plane, ferrying locals across the beautiful islands. But as the weather takes a dramatic turn, Morag is forced to crash land on the remote island, and the only company she has is Gregor, the gruff, reclusive ornithologist, taking care of the island for the season. Does look really good. Starting the month with that. Then I thought it's kind of summary because it's quite like Goldie summary. The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren. I've read The Holidays and The Honeymooners by Christina Lauren, which I know is 2 authors, and I love them. Thought they were really good fun. I need something fun and light. Jess Davis is a numbers genius, but when it comes to love, she has to accept there's no magic formula. Juggling a career with raising her daughter it's not surprising that her love life is non-existent. When yet another date ends in disaster, she's prepared to give up for good but on love. And then she hears about Genetic Alley, a buzzy new matchmaking company that claims to find you the one using your DNA equation. Suddenly, love doesn't seem so quite far out of reach. Looks fun, romance, Christina Lauren, just what I need. Then to a book that I picked because it's a summary book, and that is The Sunrise by Victoria Hislop. It is summary looking, but I know that it's set in Turkey, the Greek and in the golden city of Famagusta. Greek and Turkish Cypriots alike enjoy the life of good fortune. Invasion comes without warning though, bringing chaos and terror. As 40,000 people flee their homes in panic, Famagusta becomes a ghost town, but not everyone will find it easy to leave. It is a true story. I think it's it has got pictures, so it obviously must be. It's related to the ghost city, so part of it is true. It's just under 400 pages, but it does look like one I want to read in summer. But I do know that it could break me, so I think I'll be reading that when I've got a light book. Then to a book that I had to read in the summer, Summer with my sisters. Summer with my sister. I love my sisters more than anything. They are the bestest people in the world. Polly has always been a high flyer of the family, with a glamorous city lifestyle to match. Claire is a single mum with 2 children, struggling to make ends meet in a ramshackle cottage. The 2 sisters are poles apart, barely on speaking terms. But then Polly's fortunes change unexpectedly and her world comes crashing down. Left penniless and nowhere to go, she's forced to go back to the village where she and Claire grew up, and the sisters find themselves together for the first time in years. When an old flame reappears, with an old flame reappearing for Polly and a blossoming new career for Claire, and a long buried family secret in the mix, sparks begin to fly. Unless these 2 women have more in common than they first thought. I am blessed. I get on really well with my sisters. They're my best friends. Anything books connected with sisters I had to get. Then to my kind of Greek style fantasy. I love Jennifer Saint's books. I've read Ariadne and loved it. Ariadne and loved it. I wanted to read Electra, and this is the book I got on another one of our London trips. I don't remember which one, and I got this from, here we go, Book Bath. So I think I got 2 of my London trips, which kind of makes me think Alice is connected to me in these. And this is The House of Archius is Cursed, a bloodline tainted with a generational cycle of violence and vengeance. This is the story of 3 women, their fates inextricably linked to this curse and the fickle nature of men and gods. First one's about Clytemnestra. I can never say these bloody Greek names. The sister of Helen, the wife of Agamemnon. Her hopes of averting the curse are dashed when her sister is taken to Troy to flee the feckless Paris. Her husband raises a great army against them and determined to win it no matter what the cost. And then you've got Cassandra, the princess of Troy, cursed by Apollo to see the future that never believes she speaks of it. And she is powerless in her knowledge that the city will fall. And then Electra, the youngest daughter of Clytemnestra and Agamemnon. Electra is horrified by the bloodletting of her kin, but can she also escape the curse, or is her own destiny bound by violence? I'm bloody excited by this. It's just what I need. Into another summer book that I desperately need, and it's The Summer Wedding by Sarah Morgan. This came out last year. I saved it for this year, and I've done exactly the same. I've already bought her book this year in a charity shop, and I'm saving it for next year. And I just love her books. I always read them like about a year later, which is I think also what I do with Isabel Bloom, because I don't want to. They're not as urgent as Jenny Colgan or some of the other ones. Now, like Heidi Swain, I read them straight away, and some of the other ones I read straight away. But these books, I wait for the charity shop and read them the year later. Catherine Swift is The Family Wedding. Catherine Swift is a best-selling romance author, but her personal story hasn't been so quite successful. 3 failed marriages has left her relationship with her daughter strained. Engaged once again, Catherine is counting on the wedding in a villa in Corfu to bring the family back together again. Summer of Secrets. Adeline can't believe that her mother is getting married for the 4th time, or that she's expected to attend. It brings back pain of her mother's infidelity, and it also means spending time with her half-sister Cassie, who she's never really got to know. Cassie, on the other hand, is thrilled by her mother's news, but she has also a secret of her own, and a summer in Corfu will give her time to process everything. I'm looking forward to this. Sisters, family, summer, just what I need. Then the last books are hardbacks. They're chunky, but this one I'm intrigued about. It's The Twyford Code by Janice Hallett. I love the appeal, but I know that this has had really mixed reviews. So I'm intrigued as to whether I'm going to like it or not. A modern Agatha Christie. So kind of oh, naked hardback. Look at that. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Look how pretty that is as well. God, I never used to like hardback, but look how pretty it is. 40 years ago, Stephen Smith found a copy of a famous children's book by disgraced author Edith Twyford. Its margins full of strange markings and annotations. Wanting to know more, he took it to his English teacher, Miss Isles, not realising that the chain of events that was set in motion. Miss Isles becomes convinced that the book was the key to solving a puzzle about a mystery in the secret code ran through all of Twyford's novels. And then Miss Isles disappears on a class field trip, and Stephen has no memory of what happened to her. my god, that looks well good. And then last but not least, a book that I am most anticipating, and that is Stacey Hall's latest book, The Household. I paid more for it because it's a signed copy. It's another one. Where's the signed copy bit? Look how pretty it is. So that's the signature. That's the naked hardback. Do I care that I paid loads of money for it? Do I flip? That is stunning. I love Stacey Hall's books. She is like one of my favourite authors. And this is set in London in 1847 in a quiet house in Shepherd's Bush. The finishing touches are being made to a women's group to welcome a group of young women. The house and its locations are secret, and the residents are unknown to each other. But the girls have one thing in common: they are all fallen, offering refuge for prostitutes, petty thieves, and destitute. Urania Cottage is a second chance for life, but how badly do they want it? I don't want any more than that. I am desperate by this book. It is absolutely stunning. I am just, oh, it's a bit dusty though, so I've got to clean it up and wipe it off. One of the ones that I knew releases that I paid more for because it's so pretty, but can't wait for it. So those are the books. What books are you excited about? Which ones do you think I should prioritise? I am so excited by all of these books. The Twyford Code I'm a little bit nervous about, and Anna Karenina and the Orange Boy I'm a little bit nervous about, but the others are just, they're like, you know, I described in one of my other videos about the sweets. These are my sweets and I am ridiculously excited by them. Obviously, in honour of the pink books thing, if you got to the end of this video, leave a pink heart emoji, any of the pink heart emojis you want to do, because I want to share the love and I want to do pink and laugh and smile because we all bloody deserve it. And after, this is such a shitty time for us all, like we're all missing it. I'm missing it, my friend, but I want to remember and smile. So do a pink heart if you got to the end of this video. Let me know in the comments about all those things I just discussed because my brain's already thrown them out the window. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, not subscribed yet, ring on my ding-a-ling. I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.